Sanctions are one of those things we hear about all the time. They're treated like a switch. Turn them on, and a country suddenly loses access to the global financial system. But this week, something small happened that changes how that system actually works, and almost nobody noticed. Russia and Iran quietly connected their banking networks, not symbolically, literally. More than 100 banks on each side can now send money to each other without ever touching SWIFT. And if you're thinking, okay, why does that matter? This is where the mechanism gets interesting. For decades, the global financial world has been built around choke points, and SWIFT has been one of the biggest. It's basically the air traffic control tower for international payments. Most banks use it, most transfers pass through it. And because of that, the countries that influence SWIFT also influence who gets to participate in the global economy. That's the power behind sanctions. When everyone is on the same road, blocking the road works. So here's the shift. By linking their systems directly, Russia and Iran just built another road, a parallel track that doesn't go through Western infrastructure and doesn't need the US dollar as a middleman. And three things follow from that. First, the moment you have two roads instead of one, control starts to weaken. Sanctions lose some of their bite because money has an escape route. Second, this makes Russia-Iran trade easier, not just politically, but mechanically. Energy, machinery, parts, all of it can now be settled in rubles and rials without being seen by the systems that used to monitor those flows. And third, and this is the part that really matters, this becomes a blueprint. If two heavily sanctioned countries can do this, other states can too. China already has its own alternative system. India has partial ones. BRICS has been talking about shared payment rails for months. So the global architecture quietly shifts from one dominant system to a handful of competing systems. Not overnight, not dramatically, but step by step, connection by connection. And once that happens, sanctions stop being a master switch and start becoming just one tool among many. For Russia, this makes selling energy and importing technology a little easier. For Iran, it opens a door to a wider range of trade partners. And for the West, it signals that the financial leverage it relied on for decades is no longer guaranteed. The bigger story isn't Russia or Iran. It's that the world's payment plumbing, the hidden pipes underneath global trade, is starting to split into separate networks. And when the plumbing changes, the power structures built on top of it change too. So here's the real question. If the world no longer runs on one financial system, what happens to the countries that used to control it? Let me know what you think. And if you enjoy these breakdowns, a quick like helps the channel a lot.